Rooney over the ball. And this presumably will go out towards the left-hand side, which it has done for the Moors on kickoffs, looking to try and pick out Jordan Cranston on the left-hand side, but it goes straight out for a throw. Rooney ready to cut off that particular path. And now here comes the throw. James Ball in contention to win it. It's hooked high by Champion up towards Shimanga, and Callum Howe in a bit of a tussle with him, and the decision goes the way of Boreham Wood, and a yellow card shown immediately to Darren Carter, and already the two teams getting in a bit of a tussle there. Ricketts wants a word with his opposite number, Carl Storer, in the midst of all that. Appears as if the concern, it was pretty difficult to see from our commentary position, which is just about 25 to 30 yards to the left of where you'll have seen that incident occur. I wonder if maybe there was just a bit of a stamp on Shimanga there, but it didn't look as if there was anything certainly intentional from what we could tell. Shimanga is nearest, and he's going to try and make a run towards a near post, and it's been cleared by Howe and then blasted over. Looked like that was Francis Angol that managed to take a good couple of touches, and really surprising to see the Moors let a player roam free at the edge of the area like that, and Francis Angol fails to make them pay. Ball high from... Oh, and Howe has missed that one, and Shimanga could be away just towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. Takes on Williams, and does he have an opening? Yes, he does, and Ryan Boot makes a good save going low to his left-hand side. Shimanga, it appeared, had a bit more space to fire at the far post there. Perhaps he was anticipating that he telegraphed that too much, and Boot would have been equal to it if he'd have gone that way. But it's a good save either way you look at it from Ryan Boot there. Danger, however, very much not over. Came the way of Francis Angol. Appeal for handball there against Carter, but not given. And Rooney's just been barged down there, but the free kick goes against the Moors, which is very strange because Rooney never went up for the challenge there at all. If anything, he was the man that got pushed over. Rooney just trying to make sure that the players either side of him are ready to push high. This will probably be a long ball from Fifield. It's going to be chipped towards Kane Smith, who pokes it inside towards, looks like Whiteley, who's now switched positions. And, well, Darren Carter's already been in the book here. And there he goes, Darren Carter off. After 20 minutes, the Moors see their first red card of the season. Darren Carter for that trip on Whiteley after the very, very early challenge on Shimanga. And I don't think really there can be too many complaints there. So for the second straight season, the Moors find themselves down to 10 men at home against Boreham Wood. Everyone bar Elisami forward. It comes to the out swinger and goes towards the back post, and it looks like Reed was the man that got there. And it was just hooked over the angle. Not sure if Ryan Boot would have got to it if it had been on target. He was in the right kind of position. But certainly I don't think he would have expected the ball to get all the way across there to that rather tight angle for Reed to fire towards him. Cox has managed to get ahead of his man there. That was Mafuta, and kept him playing. But Smith should make the interception here. It goes up towards Reed. Williams just has to really stand back off him. And in the end, the ball through from Reed is not the greatest. And Gleeson does well with his facing his own goal to find Cox all the way out towards the right-hand side. Bit of a deflection here. Could take it towards Shimanga, but Carl Storer sighted really well. However, it goes for Whiteley, and a great save by Boot, who gathers it at the second attempt. And now it's two great saves from Boot after the effort from Shimanga. And that was really unfortunate there for Carl Storer, who did the right thing. Now the ball heading towards Reed. He does get the flick on. Storer just now ready for the start of second half. And it's actually Hancock who's just going to attack this ball at the moment as it heads our way. We're down the left side. Natural left back, of course. Francis Angol does get a little glimpse of space initially, but his cross is charged down by Cox. Now Storer can't keep possession. Back with Elisami. Now a second cross towards Shimanga, and could Reed at the back post. Boot! What a challenge for Boot, but there's a free kick going the Moors' way in the end. I was wondering what the whistle would have gone for there. But worry for the Moors as Callum Howe is down as a result of all that. But Ryan Boot doing so well to just dive across to his right. It's not really a save. If anything, Reid was just trying to flick it back inside towards Shimanga. Rooney lining up right on the edge of the 6-yard box, playing offside initially. Now it comes in for Cranston right towards the goal. And I think he was looking to catch Nathan Ashmore out on the near post there. The attack, and yeah, that's exactly what's happening. So now Cox has actually gotten around Francis goal there and tried to flick a ball inside to Rooney. So Hancock's, excuse me. And now a free kick on the edge of the area for the challenge on. Oh, and taken quickly towards Hancock's, who hits it wide, but they're going to bring the play back anyway. So Storer appears to be the favourite here. Certainly from the placement of the wall, you'd fancy Storer with a right foot. No, it'll be Cranston set to curl it. Oh, great save by Nathan Ashmore. And that's exactly what he could do, Ashmore. Keeping Boreham Wood at 0-0. After the excellent curled free kick that went high from Cranston, but he got it over the wall and under the crossbar, and that's all you can ask for him there, and it's a great save from Ashmore to keep it out. The result is, of course, a corner, and we've already seen the Moors score 2 goals from this set piece. But by the time the ball arrives out on the wings, space is gone. But now it could be available for Kane Smith to get a cross in, and Reid looking to attack at the back post, and Callum Cox heads it out at the back post, and I think he was just caught slightly there by Reid. Reid might have just trod on in there with the trailing leg. It looked painful. Cox doing a really good job there of heading that one wide of his own goal, because he could have so easily nodded that beyond Ryan Boot. First touch, shot the ball just away from him, just behind him there. Storer getting a bit of a block on it now. Cox looking to blast it, and it could arrive with Reid's head, actually. Now he can turn and try and strike, and wide from Matt Reid. Well, that was all a bit of a mess, really. Reid did a good job to take it down with that first touch and then get a turn on Tyrone Williams. But I think there were just about enough Moors players back there to prevent Reid from getting a clear sight on goal. Every Moors player back in their own box. Storer once again complaining about Shimanga pushing in. Boot gets a punch on it, and a low shot is actually cleared by Rooney in the end. Now Cox will try and race away. Good challenge there by Francis Angle. Has taken Cox out of the game. Now Mafuta with space to cross. Whiteley was screaming for it, but it was a really tame effort there from Mafuta, and Matt Reid pointing the way there of Whiteley as if to say, why didn't you go that way? This game really feels like either side can win it, even though Boreham would have that advantage. Shimanga just latches on to the flick on from Reid, and now he's going to try and get to the byline and get a cross in, and Cranston heads it away for a corner. The only Boreham Wood player other than Ashmore who's not looking to attack this is Smith. And here it comes. Howe gets on the end of it. 2 Moors players down as a result of it. And is that Cranston who's down there hurt? It is, and the referee will stop the play. First touch on it with his chest, and it was a decent one, but he had Cranston all over him, and the clearance in the end goes long and not able to be chased down by Sabara. Oh, Ricketts, has he played this to Rooney? He has, and is Hancock's in position? He is, but Rooney's going to strike it, and goal! Rooney off of the post and in. And to beat Nathan Ashmore, that has to be a great effort. I don't know quite from this angle where he saw the space, but we were just saying it was not out of the realm of possibility that the Moors could go and win this game. They've tested Nathan Ashmore in the second half, and that one just too much for the Boreham Wood keeper. It was struck so sweetly. Really, that was only ever going to go in off the post. And Rooney, when he sees an inch of space, he will take it, and he's taken it right there. That's his first goal in league play for the Moors. And it's given them the lead here against Boreham Wood. And what you have to say for the Moors, particularly in this second half, is when they have gotten into dangerous positions, they've made things happen. That's been the key. They've been efficient and organised and mentally extremely tough. Not to just hang with this Boreham Wood side, but now to lead the Boreham Wood side. Right back down the other end and score. Kane Smith finding himself in a bit of space, trying to get a cross in towards Reed. It's flicked on towards Jamango in a bit of a collision with here. Boots are going to be headed by Ricketts. It's ricocheted over in the end. And Ryan Boot down after that. Whiteley once again. It's a lower corner. It's flicked on by Chapman Cook over towards Reed. He's playing across the area rather than towards the goal. I don't think he really could have anticipated it coming his way, and now the ball coming the way of Sabara. Can he take on Smith? Whiteley's back there to help, and he's helped it back to his goalkeeper, but Rooney will try and bear down on it. To no avail for the Moors, but that's good high pressing once again. Storer that time winning the header. Sabara gets in front of Champion there. Now Hancock's the flick towards Rooney, but Rooney straying back for an offside position there, and that was... So we now have some 7.5 minutes to go, and a good ball through towards Coulthurst. Can he turn and get the ball towards Shamanga, and went beyond Boot there, and once again Cox had to head it wide of his own goal. Looks like this one could go towards the far post here, and it hangs high, but Rooney is the man to try and get back to it first. Fifield shields it away from Williams, and now a strike is blocked, looks like by Howe. Appeals for a handball by Reed, and Reed only. To left-hand side with Whiteley. Picks out Smith. Plenty of space for a long ball into the area. It goes towards Reed. He beats Quadza to the ball, but Williams gets in front of Ilasami, and Boot punches, but it's still with Reed, and he's going to try and chip it and over the crossbar. And every man for the Moors continues to stand up and be counted. Howe, Williams and Cranston all kneeling down. Cranston has come off worse for wear in that initial aerial challenge with Reed. Important intervention initially from Williams to guide it away from the goal mouth, and he wins his case. Line is on the edge of the box, and now it comes towards Reed once again. He's not inside, towards Champion. Ricochet for Williams, and now trying to drag it back across the area, and once again Cox is there. Cox has met all of those headers at the far post when balls have come in from the right-hand side. Really been influential in the Moors. Keeping it in initially and then keeping the lead now. Comes in towards the near post. Once again, Rooney, the man back to guide it away. And then directing traffic towards the left-hand side where Whiteley's waited, but it's going to be a long ball into the box to Reed once again. Gets above Howe, but Williams dives in. Looks like Mafuta trying to find space against Cranston, and he's beaten him for pace, gets it low towards Shenanga, wants a penalty, but Williams got the ball before he got the man. And now Hancock could lead a counter-attack, and he's going to try and get it towards Archer, and Archer is onside. Can he beat Kane Smith? He shrugged him off. Now just he has to bring the play back, and now gets to the outside. Rooney in support, and Archer goes for the shot. It's headed and easily kept in by Champion. Now a long ball going across the field. Howe gets in front of Reed once again. Elisami going to get outside. Whiteley. Just looking for any space they can find. Archer helps close it down. Now Whiteley has the space for a cross going up towards Reed, and it's hanging in the air off of Williams, and now Storer being pushed. Yes, he has. Moore's free kick. And that, you would think, would do it. The Moors have somehow played better for 70 minutes with 10 men than they did for 20 minutes with 11. And after Rooney curled a low drive off the post and in the 75th minute, it looks like the Moors have held on for an absolutely tremendous victory here at the Sport Nation.bet Stadium. Referee just looking to blow the final whistle, and there it is. You can see what that means. The Moors knew just how big of a test this was of their promotion credentials. Boreham Wood, of course, were 90 minutes away from Wembley last season and were edged out by Harrogate Town, who are, of course, now in the Football League. And if that is anything to go by, the Moors certainly look as if they are true contenders in this division. This is its 3 home wins on the trot, 3 clean sheets on the trot, and really Ryan Boot has earned his clean sheet, probably more today than he has in any of the previous 2 games, making excellent saves, first from Shamanga and then from Whiteley in the first half, then diving across to prevent the short ball from Reid getting to Shamanga right at the start of the second half. Then the great chance for the Moors coming from Cranston, with his free kick being pushed away by Ashmore. It was a fantastic save from one of the finest goalkeepers in the National League, but he couldn't get to the effort from Rooney as it went off the post and in. So well struck by Rooney, and that in the end proved the difference. Boreham Wood really didn't quite find the openings. It was courtesy of the likes of Williams and Hancocks and Half just throwing themselves in the way of efforts that came at Ryan Boot's goal.